Pope Francis says Catholic Church can't bless same-sex marriages as it's because God can't bless sin.
We didn't need your blessing anyways. Who cares? Who cares? No, I'm kidding.
In the Vatican City, the Vatican issued a statement indicating that the Catholic Church will not bless same-sex marriages. The statement remarked that the blessing of same-sex unions cannot be lawful, according to Catholic doctrine. A Pew survey demonstrated that more than half of Catholics in the United States are in favor of same-sex marriage.
Wow.
The Pope has a complicated relationship with the LGBTQ community, largely resulting from this long-standing controversy. He has supported civil unions for same-sex couples instead of same-sex marriages during his tenure as the Archbishop of Buenos Aires. To support their decision, the church indicated that the decision was not intended to be a measure of unjust discrimination, but rather to preserve the perceived sanctity of the union between men and women as a liturgical rite.
It is discrimination, even if you don't call it that.
I just want to say, so many people are in love with hippie Pope, and he's still the Pope. He is still the head of a 500-year-old P-file cult.
2,000! Put some respect on my name, Rivka.
Well,
it's only the oldest institution in the West, okay?
But they weren't always celibate.
True. All right, so guys,
but whatever. But he's still the Pope, so I don't know what people are expecting from hippy dippy Pope. And I also think that he wants to have it both ways, and it may actually change because so many Catholics, especially American Catholics, get divorced. You didn't used to be able to get divorced. It was a terrible, terrible thing. And I just want to say one more thing about him protecting this tradition. Tradition is just dead people's baggage. Stop carrying it.
Hey guys, before we get back to that video, YouTube has fully demonetized our channel for supposedly hateful and harmful conduct without telling us what we did wrong. If we get to 1,000 patrons, we will be able to keep paying all our team, our editors, our artists without ever having to worry about monetization again, which would be amazing. Yay! So please support Atheist Republic on Patreon. Link in the description below.
Tradition means that I get my woman by invading the next door village and killing all their men and stealing their women. That's tradition. Yeah. So, but yeah, again, people who like, I think this Pope was progressive. He was supposed to be the good one. Like, you guys have no idea. Like, you have not been paying attention. The Pope said nothing that was in contradiction to Catholic doctrine before, right? I always tell people, since recent history, the Catholic doctrine doesn't change, and the Pope is not challenging that at all. Everything that people say, everything that he said that people thought it was progressive, he was choosing to highlight certain things that didn't go against Catholic doctrine, but it seemed nicer. He cannot deny the parts of the Catholic doctrine. He cannot go and change the foundation of the church. Nothing that he's saying now contradicts what he said before. Like gay marriage, here's the thing, like when the fact that being gay is a sin, that doesn't mean that gay people are not going to be able to find salvation, I don't know, like through Jesus or whatever, right? So him saying that does not go against the Catholic doctrine, right? So now that he's saying, well, this is still a sin and we can't bless it, people are like, oh, why are you contradicting what you said before? He's not. It's still exactly how it used to be. And people that were hoping that he's going to come and revolutionize the very foundation of what the Catholic Church belief is about, they're like, you're dreaming. What are you talking about? Like, again, so people just be dumb. What did they expect? Like, did they think like the Catholic Church is going to be like, oh yeah, like we've been wrong since forever, and me, just the new ass Pope, is going to come and be like contradict everything about what makes Catholic Church, and everything about Christianity and the foundations of our most cherished values and documents and everything. I'm going to be like, yeah, all of that was wrong, and I'm going to go against all of that. You guys are talking about the Catholic Church. The entire institution needs to be shut down. The whole thing is ancient. It's useless. Just turn the whole thing into a museum. Arrest all these people for defending crime against children. This whole thing, shut it down. Like, the people that had hope, oh my God, this Pope seems like a nice, cute little grandpa. Oh, look at this. We almost forget that you guys spend $1 gazillion in protecting people who molest children. You're so cute. It almost makes us forget. It reminds me of hippie Pope. Yeah, no. When did it come?
Well,
go on.
It really frustrates me when people expect differently. Like, it's insane if you think that he can just throw out like the catechism of the Catholic Church and canon law. Like, that's not how any of this works.
He's the Pope. That's the whole point.
And that's why he said like I mentioned in the blurb, was that he supported civil unions. Okay, so that's about as progressive as it gets, saying, okay, well, maybe if this is a state agreement, and that's a civil union, that's not a marriage. Okay. And it's really funny. So I have a secret Instagram account where I follow a bunch of traditional Catholics. And the commentary is fascinating. Like they like trad Catholics, they have a lot of resentment towards these more progressive Catholics in America who are okay with this kind of thing. Like, they basically were making fun of them with memes, saying like, oh, because this statement was issued, you guys just want to throw away this Pope that you liked so much, right? You just want to throw him away. Like, why don't you just throw away the catechism? Blah blah blah. And the thing is, like, okay, yeah, maybe more than half of Catholics in the United States are in favor of same-sex marriage, but there's like 1 billion Catholics around the world, right? Like, just what's in America does not dictate the opinion of the Catholic Church or the culture of the Catholic Church. In fact, by definition, it is an authoritarian structure. Just the clergy have very little say, if any say, in the goings-on of what is and is not law.
Yeah, your mic is cutting in and out, but that's okay.
So I want to piggyback on the point you said about him being in favor of civil unions, which is a secular state union. Again, this exactly conforms with traditional Catholic thought, and again goes back to the point that I was making, and he's illustrating that about how marriage wasn't, the government and the church and marriage, they were separate things. Marriage was for the church, the government was other things. But now that the government's involved in marriage, it's still separate. There's government marriage, which doesn't have to, or civil union, government civil union, which doesn't have to adhere to these doctrines. And then there's marriage within the solemnized by the Catholic Church, and that's a separate thing.
Yeah, I think civil and legal marriage is actually like a secular achievement.
Right. I do have to address this. Somebody's challenging me. Razam saying, Armin Navabi, well, isn't that in your favor? You say Islam should die and not be reformed. Wouldn't this be applied to Christianity? It shouldn't be reformed Christianity. Yeah. Guys, I say this about every religion. You guys know me. You guys don't know that? Do you guys think I think only Islam needs to end? No. Every single one of them. Have I not been clear on that? You guys? Okay. All right. Yes. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. Even the nice, peaceful, lovey-dovey, no. Not only just religion, all untrue ideology.
He's coming for the Jains, yo.
Yes, even Jains. Every single one of them. Every single one of them.
When Armin reviewed Jainism, he changed his mind and said that Jainism was the worst just because of how much they hate sex. He's like, even Islam likes sex more than this. This is terrible. This is terrible.
Yeah, people were telling me, like, I mean, maybe Islam is violent and all. That's why I get it why you're anti-Islam. But what about Jainism? I mean, we reviewed Jainism. I was like, you know what? I officially hate Jainism more than Islam. How about that? All right. Yeah, go
just
guys,
have a burger.
Yes.
They need to just have a burger.
Go watch our review on Jainism. Search for Atheist Republic Jainism.
Hey guys, if you're a fan of blasphemy and sexy Kali, like me, then that means that you probably want more blasphemous art. Well, I have good news for you. If you subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description below, then you get a free booklet of some of the tastiest blasphemous art available today. So, if you want some of this delicious blasphemy, and we're so generous that we update it for you guys weekly for free, all you have to do is sign up for our newsletter below. You can also go to blasphemousart.com/ebook. That's blasphemousart.com/ebook. Sign up with your email, and you get free gifts of this tasty blasphemy. What could be better? So make sure you sign up. Link below.